Hey everyone, it's Allie, and I want to very quickly cover a very important piece of news that just came out about the auction house for the launch of the game. So, due to a lot of discussion, both publicly and through the closed tester program, a lot of concern has been raised to 11th hour about how the auction house currently works. Currently, a big problem that would arise with the Merchants Guild is that you also need to be the proper level with Merchants Guild to be able to sell an item. This is really problematic for not only the beginning of the game cycle, where nobody is going to be the proper level to actually be able to, for example, sell a relic on the auction house. But at the same time, this is also going to be a really big problem for more casual players. So what 11th Hour has actually done is they have completely removed the reputation level requirement to be able to sell something on the auction house, while at the same time massively reducing the favor cost of posting an item onto it. What this effectively means is that more casual players, or just any player that's end up getting a lucky drop that they don't need, that is worth a lot of money, can immediately go put it up on the auction house and attempt to sell it to someone without them also needing to grind out the reputation levels. I want to use a Twisted Heart as an example for this to highlight how this is a really good change for the game. So let's say I'm a casual player playing the game maybe around 2 to 3 hours a day. It would take me quite a while to progress through the game and get through monoliths, but let's say I grind out the game really hard on day one, maybe I take a day off from work, and I end up getting myself into monoliths, and on the second day, I end up progressing all the way to Reign of Dragons and killing the boss and dropping myself a Twisted Heart. Now, Twisted Heart is going to be a chase item for a lot of people at the start of the season, simply due to this being a defensive layer for a lot of builds, and it's one of the most popular items in the game. If I was that said casual player, I might have just gotten super lucky to get an item that's very valuable on the second day of the game, but because I'm not sitting here and grinding out and tryharding, I'm never going to get the reputation level required to actually be able to sell it until potentially the end of the first week. That kind of sucks for the more casual player because they now can't sell their super expensive relic that they don't need for their build and potentially have money to buy items that they want for their build. But at the same time, for the tryhards, the people who are going to sit here and play the game 20 hours every day on launch, who are going to be able to grind out the reputation levels very quickly, are not going to be able to have access to a lot of gear just because the majority of the gear is most likely going to be farmed by the more casual players or the players who aren't power gaming as hard. And the people who are going to be able to push all the way to the top, who are going to be able to actually buy these items, are just not going to be able to see any sort of item supply. Overall, just being able to post an item whenever you want at whatever reputation level just makes supply overall substantially healthier throughout the whole game. In my opinion, I think this is a very, very positive change for the game overall, as both the casual players get to benefit from this, while at the same time the power gamers and the tryhards get to benefit from just having more items that they could potentially buy, which could potentially reduce the overall price of items from tens of millions of gold to just millions of gold in the first few days of the season for these super expensive items. I'm really glad that 11th Hour chose to make this change a few days before the start of the season, and I'm so glad that they are okay with taking a big risk and implementing a potentially massive change into the game simply for the sake of making the game overall better for everyone. I must applaud 11th Hour for this, and I'm happy that we have this in the game, and I'm excited to see how this is going to change up the auction house and the economy in the first few days of the season. If you have any questions, cuties, please feel free to leave in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer them as soon as I can, or feel free to come on my Twitch. I stream every single day, and I'd be more than happy to discuss both this and any other changes about the item faction system whenever you'd like, or if you just simply want to come be a part of our community on Twitch, I'd be more than happy to see you around. And that, cuties, I hope you enjoyed this very short video, and I'll see you in the next one.